This is the reveal video of my 1951 Willy CJ3A. Welcome back to Rolling Stonks. My name is CJ, and today we're stuck in the mud. Today we are here with my dad's Tundra because I am picking up that. That is a 1951 Willy CJ3A or 3A, I forget. But my grandfather gave that to me, and I am taking it back to the shop to get it repaired. This is what you don't like to see when it's raining and you're trying to tow with your two-wheel drive truck in the mud. Dang it. We have tried putting boards under here, gravel, and all sorts of things. Unfortunately, this is a two-wheel drive truck and it is extremely muddy out here. So we have the Jeep four-wheel drive that will hopefully be able to get this thing out of here.
It's really jumpy, so we gotta be real careful on how we pull.
All right. Oh, the things we do for our cars. This is the sad state of affairs currently. We now have two vehicles, and that's if you're not including the Jeep and the trailer, stuck in the mud out here. Oh boy, we haven't even started on this project and it is already off to a great start. This is one wheel and it's completely buried in the mud, and we've tried to dig it out and this truck will just not come out. Look how close the running board is to the ground there. That's how stuck and deep this tire is. Man, this sucks. And then over here, we have the rental car, my aunt's rental car, and it is also completely stuck. Even though it has four-wheel drive, it will not move. We got the trailer out, and now this truck is stuck. Yay.
You could become an influencer and really start something with this.
All right, guys, we have the tow truck here from AAA, and we're gonna get this car out first, then we'll get the Tundra out, then we'll get the Jeep out, and then maybe we'll be able to get the other Jeep. Go get your Jeep, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Oh look, we got another broken car here too. Oh man, we're just having a great night tonight. That guy has a 10,000-pound winch, he says, so hopefully this thing will solve the problem. Dude, this guy's awesome. He says, I can get them all out. Love it. So that there's my Uncle Gary. He was kind enough to come all the way from about an hour away to try and help us, and this is what happened. I think this is gonna work, guys. I don't see how it couldn't work. I can't think of a single thing that could possibly go wrong. Look at that, buddy. Very nice. That is one down, and we got two more to go. Just look how deep this thing was dug in here. It's kind of hard to tell, but man, that dug a deep hole. Holy cow. See what I did there? All right. So now we can get this car out.
If I yell real loud, that means you're about to hit my car.
Oh, look at that. No problem, dude. Yay, she's moving. Oh, it sunk into the rear tire's hole. You can tell how deep that is. Look at this hole. Oh my goodness. Yeah, buddy. There we go. She's past the point of no return, which is that right there. It's actually amazing we made it past that the first time. It should have got stuck right there. There you go.
This is so
Bada bing, bada boom.
All right, take that a minute.
Yep, 2 out of 3. Well, actually 3 out of 3. We got the trailer unstuck and put over here. We got that truck unstuck and over there, and we got the Tundra. So now we've got one more regular car, and that's the Jeep Cherokee, and then we're back to where we started. That's good. And we still need to put the 51 on the trailer somehow, and I have no idea if that's even gonna work. Check this out. He's got 2 hooks here, one for each of the control arms. That's pretty cool. Watch where you step. There's sinkholes here.
Yeah, landscaping.
I know. We're gonna have to fill that in tomorrow. That's bad.
We got to find a whole bunch of rocks to do that.
He's gonna get this, and he doesn't even have his big dog truck, which is crazy. Got a big line going to this guy here.
Oh, this is a beauty. It's a local car. It's not
The sinner gets stuck in the mud, but the Lord is here to pull us all out.
Well, this is a perfect.
Look at that thing go.
Local
That wheel isn't even
illustration.
turning. He's just dragging it.
Spraying that thing stays on.
Your back wheels are not turning. Is the look, the parking brake's on? Yep. Yeah, we just turned the parking brake off.
It didn't matter, did it?
No, it didn't. It just drug it. But it is going to matter going through that hole.
Yeah.
This thing's pulling these cars out of here like they're Hot Wheels.
Well, and this is way lighter than the stuff that
Yeah.
just hold your head.
Yeah, this is way lighter than the Tundra. There she goes. Wheels are spinning now. That's good. Yeah, let's go right over that stuff.
Now we're gonna go on this one. We're just talking. Ooh, get that extra piece of wood or something. Okay, now the front tires. Oh, there goes the landscaping.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh.
tell it.
Oh boy.
Maybe
Okay,
tell
that's a
it.
problem.
Maybe tell.
All right, we've taken the bricks from out, and now this thing should come right out of here. There we go. She is out. All right, the final pull. Look at that. Perfect. The next day, we got started on the Jeep. The 35-inch BFG tires I had installed when I was a teenager were dry-rotted, cracked, and had huge holes in them. I had to remove the old wheels and try to get new tires for them. Spoiler alert. Apparently, big-name tire shops who are open on the weekends don't sell tires that fit these very wide 10-inch rims. In addition, this Jeep had been sitting there so long that the overhang which had shielded it from 10 years of storms and weather had actually been built around it, including one of the main support beams that was installed directly between the body and the front crash bar. My father had to rig up a temporary support so that the original support beam could be removed before the Jeep could be rolled back. Unfortunately, we ran out of time, and we had to wait until the next day to finish trying to extract the Jeep from what had appeared to be its permanent resting place. Holy moly, guys, my Uncle Gary got it out, and I wasn't even here. This is crazy. We are gonna have a Jeep. All right, so what we've done here, we've actually put the tires from my cousin's twin Jeep on here. Let's get this last tire on, and we'll get it on the trailer.
Saddle them up, right? That's right.
We got the back strap down, we got the front strap down, and that ain't going anywhere. Another victory, guys. I just opened this ammo box here to put these lug nuts in here, and I found the keys. Jeep, CJ&I, CJ3A. Okay, we know it's a 3A now. I even found the workshop manual for this, and yes, it does have a Buick V6 225 in it. Guys, we did it. She's on the trailer, on the way home. All right, we are here in the parking lot of the shop, and we're already experiencing an issue. I don't know if you can see on camera, but there's these guys. Oh, God. He's coming after me. We have wasps coming off this thing like crazy. So that's good. They are flying all over this thing, and I'm not stoked about cleaning this thing with a bunch of wasps flying around. Oh, man. Yet another challenge, and we haven't even gotten close to trying to get this thing started. Every project starts as a vision. No one can ever really say for sure, though, exactly how their vision will play out. In the case of my grandfather and my uncle and my father, their vision for this 1951 Willys was to create the ultimate off-roader. This is the result of that vision. Well, okay, not exactly this in its current shape. We have to put this time machine into reverse and back up to the summer of 1976, when my grandfather brought home some partially assembled Jeeps that had previously belonged to a school. He, with the help of his twin sons, my father and my uncle, rebuilt this classic war-style Jeep with a contemporary, for the time anyway, Dauntless V6 powertrain, which had been pulled out of an Oldsmobile from a junkyard, along with a munchy 4-speed manual transmission from a Corvette. The Buick 225 V6 would transform this once 60 horsepower Go Devil rock crawler into a 160 horsepower Fireball muscle buggy. They started by fitting the upgraded engine to the frame, and then started the tough job of separating the body from the frame, which by the looks of it required a little help from the cutting torch. After they installed the transmission, they masked the powertrain and sprayed the frame with an orange anti-rust coating. After the frame was coated, my father painted the body of the Jeep with a polyurethane boat paint that was a very bright shade of blue. When they were done, they got to work reassembling the Jeep and had the build running by November of that year. The build only took 6 months to complete. They took it to the desert that following month, and the rest is history. Now, she may not look like much now. It has been a very long time. Whew. That is one dirty engine. Oh, man. Check this thing out, though. That is a Buick 225 V6. The air cleaner is actually from a Volvo, and the steering system is from a Cadillac, I believe. And the electrical system, I believe, is from my father's totaled Toyota Starlet. You guys can see up here the Cadillac steering wheel, which, boy, this has actually held up incredibly well. This Jeep has been sitting outside for the last 20 years or so, and it was covered, so it didn't get rained on, but it was outside. And for being outside, it's actually held up pretty decently. Now, as you can see by the seats, it has seen its fair share of weathering, and there is some surface rust in spots. But my father actually painted this Jeep with a polyurethane boat paint, and it has held up incredibly well, considering that was decades ago. One thing worth noting here, this thing does have shin biters here, and this has gotten me once or twice. I think when we rebuild this, we might want to put a step so that you don't burn your shin on this muffler. This is the back of the Jeep, and as you can see, it has the original Willy's logo on it, which I really like. It's like actually embossed onto the tailgate. This tailgate actually folds down, and this thing here is actually a spare tire rack from a Ford Bronco, I believe. In here, we've actually got a little bed, and yeah, you can see it's a little worse for wear over here, but there's really no bad rust anywhere on this body. And I don't think I'm gonna need to weld on any new panels. All we need to do is treat the rust before we paint it. One very unfortunate thing that happened is that something fell, or this fell on something, because this windshield actually folds all the way down. Well, it's stuck on something, so I'm not gonna do it, but it folds all the way down onto the hood, which is kind of cool. But somebody dropped that and it broke the glass. So we're gonna have to put a new windshield on it. And up here, you can see there's a little bendy bend right there. So we're gonna have to figure out how to fix that too. And I have no idea how we're gonna fix it right now. I actually used to commute to work in this car, believe it or not. And I had custom built a cover for it. And you can see here where some pipe fitting is, that is the mount for the cover for that. Unfortunately, the cover is gone, and the doors that I had for it, which are very hard to get, are gone. So we may or may not try and rebuild those. Here are the floor pans, and as you can see, there is some surface rust here. But you can't put your finger through it. It feels solid. So I don't think we're gonna have to replace the floor pans. Up here, we have some stuff up here. These are the windshield wipers, and these covers have just absolutely rotted off, so we are gonna have to replace those covers, but these actually look like they might be okay. At some point, we'll hook up a battery and we'll test this stuff, but we're not gonna do that quite yet. In here, you can see I put a Kenwood aftermarket stereo system, and it's got a CB radio. And this super cool long antenna that goes all the way up there. And in fact, let's put that up. There's no reason that needs to be so far down. I'm so excited because I'm about to wrench on this thing for the first time in almost 20 years. Right now, all we're gonna do is just put the CB antenna up. First job, no matter how simple it was, is now done, and we can move on to the next one. If you guys like content like this, on cars like this, that are quite possibly even older than you, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. There will be so many more, and I mean so many more videos on this car especially, because there are a lot of things to get done. On the next video, I'm actually hoping to get this Jeep running and driving under its own power. So stick around. Peace out, rock on.